Hey, 20-2s. Welcome to this short video about exploring data. What we're going to look at in this lesson is what are known as our measures of central tendency. So central, I want you to think center. And so the ways that we describe measures of central tendency are known as mean, median, mode, and range. You've probably heard all these terms before. What we want to do in this unit in statistics is we just want to look at these different ways of looking at data again, and maybe in a slightly different way. Okay, so again, like I said, these are known as our measures of central tendency. So I mean, that key word there is central. So usually we're thinking about maybe in the middle or the center, right? Okay, let's look at the following data set here. So we've recorded a tiny set of data. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, the mean. Another way to think of mean is the word average. So if I want to find the average of something, all I'm going to do is I'm going to add all my data pieces up, just like this. And then what I do is I end up dividing by how many items in my data set I have. So it looks like I've got 6 items here. Okay, take a moment. I want to make sure, put this in your calculator and then hit pause. I want to make sure that you're getting this in your calculator correctly because there's a couple of issues that occur that I just want to make sure we get right now. So hit pause on the video, and when you're ready, then I'm going to get you to watch. Okay, I hope you hit pause and you tried to put this in your calculator yourself. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share a screen with you on my TI, and I want to show you one of the easy ways that students get this incorrect. So I've put that into my calculator like that. That is very incorrect. So if I hit enter here, here's what's going to happen. I get this. It's telling me the average of these data points is 29.6 repeating. Well, I can clearly tell that's incorrect because my average has to be smaller than my highest number. So what went wrong? Okay, if you have a TI-83, friends, what you need to do is you need to put parentheses around whatever you're going to be dividing by. Okay, so see what I did there? I added in my parentheses. Now I'm going to get a number that makes sense. So my average is 6.3 repeating. So that's how I would input it if I had a TI-83. If I have a TI-84 or better, I'm going to go alpha y equals, and there's my fraction button. So alpha y equals, and now, friends, I don't need to worry about that parentheses because it all goes into my numerator. Okay, so just something little that happens that I just need you to watch for. Okay, so our average was 6.3. Repeat it. No problem. 6.3 repeated. Okay, and again, your average has to be smaller than your largest value. So just something to think about. Okay, there's the mean. Next one, mode. Well, median, I guess I missed it. Okay, median. When I ever hear the word median, I always think that's the thing that's in the middle of the road when I'm driving. Same thing here. This is what's in the middle. All right, so I look at this. My data values are already in ascending order. Okay, but if they were all kind of mixed up, I would put them in ascending order like this, going from small to big. Okay, the middle number. Well, I've got 6 data values. If I had 7, like say there was just one more number in here, say there was one more like that would be my median because it's in the dead middle. Okay, but I don't. I've got 6 numbers. So when you have an even amount of data values and you want to find the median, what you're going to do is you'll take the 2 middle ones and you'll find the average of the 2 middle ones. So in this case, we're going to get 7. So that's our median. Okay, mode's the easiest one, friends. Let's go hot pink for mode. Okay, so again, my mode is the number or data value that occurs most. Okay, so what do I see the most? What number occurs the most? Well, I just go and look. I see 2 8s. So that's my mode. Now, if I had, say, 2 8s and 2 10s, then I would say 2 8s and 2 10s, right? I would have an 8 and a 10 would be my mode. Now, there's something cool about TI calculators. TI calculators do a lot of statistics for us. Okay, so let's go and watch how to put this into a TI calculator. So I'm going to pull back up my TI calculator. Okay, I'm just going to clear my screen. All right, to get this into my calculator, do you notice you have a stat button, right? Do you see you've got a stat button just underneath delete there, right there? And what we're going to do is we're going to input some statistics. So I'm going to go edit. Now I've got a bunch of data in here already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my cursor up. You see where now all of a sudden it's black on L2. So I go clear, enter. And I go back over to L1 and I go clear, enter. That clears my list. All right. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to input my data values. So I go 2, enter, 4, enter, 6, enter, 8, enter, 8, enter, 10, enter. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate some statistics. So I hit my statistics button again. And you see right beside edit, it says calc. So I go one sideways and look at that. So the two that we'll use this year in 20-2 are 1 variable stats and 2 variable stats. In grade 12, we'll play around with a lot of the things that you see underneath known as regressions. But right now we just put in one set of statistics. So I hit enter and don't worry about any of this. Just go enter, enter, calculate. And it's the same on a TI-83, friends. It'll look a little different, but you'll do the same thing. And there it is. Okay, what do we notice? Look at what our calculator just did for us. There's our average. So there's a symbol for average that we'd like to use. Okay, so X bar, or sometimes we use little case u. It's actually called mu in Greek. Okay, so that's our symbol for average. Okay, we're going to talk about this guy later on in the unit. That's going to be really, really important for statistics. Okay, but what else does it give us? Well, if I just hit my down arrow here, look at what else it gives us. Okay, min is the minimum value. Do you see MED? Median. That's our median. We have a median of 7 and our max is 10. Okay, so it gives us a couple of our data, central measures of data that we were looking at. Okay, so that's a good thing. So we are going to have to use our calculator quite a bit as we're going through here. Okay, now one more to go. The range. So the range, you've heard range before when you've probably been doing domain and range, right? So range is how far we go. Where do we start? Where do we end? Well, our range goes from 2 to 8. So we have a range of 6, if you wanted to put it that way. Okay, so a range is just the difference between where we started to where we ended. Okay, friends, there it is. There's mean, median, mode, and range. I'm sure you've heard those terms before. And I will see you in the next one.